And I'm flying. Oh boy. Oh boy. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hi there, guys, and welcome to a bit of a special episode. Now, this time, first of all, I have gotten a microphone. It should make the quality way better in my videos, hopefully. And secondly, this video is not our survival world, if you can tell by the landscape. This is more of a showcase of some of my creations. And the very first one I have over here to the right, sneak a little peek. Where are you? Oh, right there. There it is. And the first one here is pretty simple, but I'm gonna go through them. There's gonna be three, I think, with some slight modification version as well, and we'll see how it goes. So the first one here is my Heli Mach 1. Now this thing does not have much. It looks beautiful. It has 4 passenger seats, a cockpit, way too many gyroscopes, I know, and simple thrust. It's not very powerful. On top we also have a solar panel, so we don't run on power, and then a bunch of batteries. Now this ship is fairly compact. It was meant as a troop transport in case someone needed to go somewhere or anything like that. It is cheap, it is full light armor, and it does also have a remote control and a camera in case you need it. Let's move on to the modified version of this, which is the Mach 1 Weaponized. Now, the Mach 1 Weaponized is a hell of a lot tougher, and it flies a lot slower actually. But the main difference is it's got weaponry, a lot of weaponry. It has this Gatling turret on the bottom, 4 rocket pods, 2 Gatling guns, and oh, that's it, right. It also has this shield generator on the back. That would be this one here with a shield controller, the shield emitter, and then here is the enhancer. Now, what this does is it just allows it to have a shield. If I can really quickly go ahead and grab a weapon. If I shoot at this, you can see the shield come up. And that's just going to keep it protected when in combat. This is something I will eventually modify to a drone. Like take off the cockpit, make a more of a drone cockpit looking thing. And then hopefully I can get something that just patrols around, or I can take into battle without endangering myself. Now it also does have remote control and a camera, and otherwise it's pretty much the same, but I have switched out the passenger seats, if you didn't notice, for more batteries and thrusters and less gyros, because that much gyro power, you can fine control it. And fine controlling is very important when you need to aim and shoot. Now, these two, they fly wonderfully, and they're some of my best creations. Now, I'm gonna take this one out for a ride because it has weapons. Weapons are fun. Right. Wait, what did I... Oh, batteries. Right. So, if I take off, it has... You can see it's very slow. It doesn't go very fast. But, it's fairly maneuverable, and it does fight pretty well. Machine gun and missiles. Now, this thing, the strong side is missiles. It's meant to take out bigger targets because it can outrun big guns. But smaller targets with smaller guns are going to shoot it down, and this thing won't be able to hit it very well as it is. We also have our Gatling on the bottom, which I need to turn on. There we go. It is a modded Gatling turret, and it's fairly simple. It is just a minigun strapped to the bottom, and there's not much more to it. Now, let's move on to the next creation, shall we? Alright, so the next one I have here is my Falcon. Now, this in particular is the prototype. It doesn't look very great, it doesn't have a tail, and it doesn't really fly. Now, this was the idea that I had with making wings that bent, and with like a VTOL kind of heli plane thing. Not sure what to call it. And, well, it's not very good. So, I made the next one, Model 1. Now, I'm super proud of this. Not only did it fly sorta well, wasn't the best, but this one is actually weaponized. It has some Gatling guns here in the front and some missiles in the wings. And the wings are slanted, it has a tail, and I'm actually pretty proud of it. The engines on this thing is pretty spectacular. This was also where I put on a shield, because otherwise I would be pretty lost. Now, it also has a turret on the bottom, same one as on my heli, the weaponized it would be. And, well, it was a great craft, but it's outdated. One feature, though, that I have not kept in any other creations is this. This is a landing leg that will go out and then down, and to show it, I'm gonna have to plug in a battery. There's not a battery in it because at the time, the battery I was using was a different battery from a mod, and I don't have that mod installed, so I can't use that. But really quick try. I can't take off. Why can I not take off? I'm not sure. Yeah, I can kind of show you the landing gear if I do 5. Yeah. They would really like come to be straight down and extend a lot further, but they can't, seeing as this craft won't fly. So next up, we have this, the Mach 2. Now this was converted to hydrogen because Atmos and Ion was not doing it for me. Okay, now we're shooting. You done? Thank you. Now the Mach 3, I went with a little bit more of a beefy look on the top, and there should be another turret here that has disappeared. I'm not sure why. And here in the back there is roughly the same, no, less engines actually. But the hydrogen makes it so powerful, and the amount that I have on the bottom is pretty crazy. So this was my first really well built version. Now, I used this quite a lot in the series, or in a world with my brother, and it did used to have a turret in the bottom. Not sure where that went, but this worked, and it was fantastic. It even has little blinkers all around that blinks every now and again. I'm pretty proud of it. But let's move on to the Mach 4. Now the Mach 4, is it a Mach 4? No, this is Mach 3. Mach 3 is where I decided not to slant the wings because it was causing problems on the. When I was making the Mach 3, it was causing problems with staying in the air and stuff because it does not like rotors apparently. And it has roughly the same base around, slightly different wings, and well, most of it is the same. This version was built because I needed to produce a new one, seeing as I crashed that one. So I need to make this one without rotors because I could not. Yeah, I couldn't print rotors, and I just didn't want to do it in hand, so this is what I came up with. It's roughly the same, just slightly different wings. Now the Mach 4, which is incredible. This thing flies like a dream. It is slightly bigger, has more thrusters, and, well, has less, doesn't have as many ion. Now this thing has ion in all directions, which means that when I'm in space, I can turn off everything but the ion, and the ion will just keep it in place even if it's hit by something. So it's just to save on hydrogen in space. And I went back to slanted wing design, and I found a much simpler wing to make, so that I could actually also make it in the other world. Now this is where I had the idea of the wing going all the way back, and the tail fins here getting that same angle, and it's actually attached to the wing. And I was going to do that, but that was also causing some problems with the wings forcing the plane to ground, and that wasn't gonna work. Now this version also has more batteries. It actually has the standard turret in the game on the top, and I put back the turret down here. Not quite sure what's going on there. And again, it has, oh, this one actually has 4 of these, 2 here and 2 up here. So 4 Gatling guns and again 2 rocket pods. I needed to make a better model. Also, I needed to make something I could make earlier in the game, and that was cheap, didn't take ice, and I came up with the Mach 5. Again, I removed the slanted wings. I added a bunch of Atmos instead, and I added a cannon. I replaced the entire hydrogen tank with a cannon. And it also has an extra cargo container, if I remember correctly. And it has 5 Gatling guns, 2 rocket pods, 2 turrets, and a cannon. And if you look around the back, I've replaced some of the batteries with a cockpit. Now this is the gunner cockpit. I was having a problem with not being able to carry someone, so I fixed that problem that way. I'm actually a big fan of this because I'm pretty damn proud of how it turned out, and it flies really well, and up to date it is the one I use. This thing also should be equipped with shield. I'm not sure what's going on there. That's not right. Okay. But it should... Is there not a shield? Yeah, there. So it has a shield, and that's what keeps it protected, because, again, it is full light armor. And if we jump in, see, okay, on 1, we have this, our 5 Gatlings. And then on 2, we have our 2 rocket pods. And on 3, we have our shield, which we can put up and down. It's pretty neat. Then also on 7, I have a button for atmospheric thrusters. This just turns them off. Not all of them, it seems. But okay, so I can still hover. Okay, that's a bug fix. I'll fix that. And then it has the lights, which I can turn on, and again, that's just blinkers, a bunch of white, and then a single green on the right, and a single red on the left. And this is just standard ship and plane color, so you can see what way a certain craft is facing. From a distance in the night, you can see, okay, red and green, that means it's going that way. It is... Well, there's actually not much more to it. This thing is a lot more agile, though, than the Heli Mach 2. And it has a lot more power. And, well, this is I would call it a light gunship, because it's full light armor, but it has so many guns. And flight-wise, it is okay. It has also more gyroscopic power Um, but yeah, let's move on to the next one, shall we? Okay, so this final creation that I'm going to be showing you today is my favorite creation ever. It is a. This time it's actually a car, so I also have some ground uh, vehicles, if you were wondering. And, well, let's take a little sneak peek. Look at that, that's the back of it. Isn't it pretty? It has rocket paths up at the front. Let's just go right into. Oh my god, you're loud. Hang on. Alright, I turned it off. Now, it has 4 wheels, and these are the biggest wheels you can get for a small grid, which I think is fantastic. That means I have a lot of ground clearance and a lot of suspension. And up in the front here, I made kind of a grill looking thing, and it has 2 rocket pods and 4 headlights. Now, it also has 4 fog lights in night, so it gets a little easier to see. They're as powerful as they can become, so that's fantastic. Now here in the hood, you see there's a little vent, but that's just decorational. Then there's these. These are parachute hatches. Parachute hatches are used because I'm thinking this could be like a vehicle that could be dropped out of a plane mid-flight, so you could fly over enemy territory and then drop it out, and then it would just fall down to the ground, and then you could drive in behind enemy lines. That's the idea, anyways. And they're not there because this is what it's meant for. They're there in case you want to do that. It is a multi-purpose, if you will. Now, coming along the side here, you will see that it has 4 seats. In here, there is 1 cockpit seat and 4 passenger seats. There is also, if I can get that, come on. If you look there, you can see interior lights in here. And I actually put in 4 little lights for the inside, and they can be turned on and off in the cockpit, or the control seat, I suppose. Then up top we have a single turret, again the modded one, and it does effective work at shooting down, say, meteors or missiles incoming. Now we also have here at the back a shield generator, and it also has a single enhancement module there, so it is a fairly powerful shield. Now, next up in here, I don't know if you can see it, there's a battery here, and then one on the other side. In the middle, there's an O2 generator. Now you might be thinking, what do you need an O2 generator for? It doesn't have hydrogen. Well, you're wrong. The exhaust pipes are hydrogen thrusters, and yes, they work. They can actually boost you, and they make this car go incredibly fast. Now, also, 4 taillights, just decorational. They do light, but I've set them to be very, very faint, so it doesn't light up everything in red. That's annoying. Then there's a connector here, with a single link between a cargo container and up to the O2 gen. On either side of the cargo container, there is an antenna, an ore detector, and 2 more parachutes for supporting the rear when dropping out. And these can of course be turned on and off in the menu in case you need to be stealthy. Now, one amazing thing about this, it's not light armor. None of it is. This is full heavy armor, and somehow it still drives incredibly fast. I don't know how I did it, but I did, and I'm proud of it. Now, up under the hood, now, you know, it's gotta have engine power, right? It actually has a hydrogen generator, like a proper motor, and you can hear it when I turn on the car. It actually begins revving up the engine. Now, the reason why I chose to have that is because it already looks so much like a car. I want it to be sort of realistic in power, And also, hydrogen is something that's fairly easy to get by and fairly easy to get more of, as long as you have an O2 generator. You have to keep it fueled. If it runs out, you're gonna have to put some ice in there and put on a little battery for backup power. I should actually add that, some backup power. I'll do that some other time. Yeah, and then it also has another battery under here, just in case those get shut out. It still has power stored, and that's about it for this vehicle. Now, also the tail fin back here. It is also purely decorational, but I think it gives you it incredibly. Let me just try that sentence again. I think it gives it an incredible appearance. There we go. Kinda nailed it. Now let's go in here and go out so it doesn't get so loud. Now there's a lot of controls here. Now let's start at turning it on Y. Now on button 1 we have parking brake, so we can go. And on 2 we have the rocket launcher, which is just 2 rockets, nothing more to it. On 3 we have the shield, put that up and down. And on 5 is our connector when you need to connect up to a base or another vehicle. And on 5 we have front lights and or headlights and tail lights. And on 6 we have the floodlights. They call them fog lights? They're floodlights. Yeah. And yeah, that's pretty damn simple. And on 7 we have the interior lights, which I'm pretty sure, yeah, I forgot to add 2 of them. So right now 2 of them is on. If I click here, then all 4. Oh no, then the other 2 is on. Oh no, I need to fix that. Anyways, on 8 we have the batteries, and now you might be wondering, why do you need a button for your batteries? Well, if I click on it, it puts the batteries on recharge, so that you can go to a base and charge up your batteries in case you don't have hydrogen. And then you can get as much power as you possibly could need, and then you can turn them back onto auto, and then you have power for a very long time. Now on 9 is the parachutes, if you haven't guessed it, and it is just activate parachutes. Yeah, let's give it a spin, shall we? So parking brake off, and let's go away. There we go. Woohoo! Okay, we need to get to actual ground because this doesn't control well on ice. Give me a second, I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back again. Whoa, 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 easy there. Oh, bad sounds, bad sounds. What happened? Okay. So I destroyed a headlight. And my entire... Okay, most of my front end is destroyed. Oh well. But... Well, it is heavy armor, so it doesn't... It can take it. It just needs a bit of fix-up. Let's go... uphill. Now, this thing, again, it has incredible suspension, so it can take these little... what do you call them? Well, it can take terrain, let's put it that way. Sometimes it can't get too rough, though. It's not a... It doesn't have that big wheels. But it gets up most obstacles, and it drives pretty well. Oh my god, that engine's so loud. Okay. And I'm flying. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay. This is not very good terrain. But, yeah. I think that's it. And, Well, I don't have another version of this vehicle. I just have this one vehicle right now. Um, oh my god, why are you so loud? Turn off. Thank you. Okay, now I only have this one vehicle right now. Can I paste in another? Yes, I can. Remove that. Yes. Find a good angle. There we go. Um, well, that has been it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit the like button, and I'll see you next time. Bye.